War is nothing new, but one war changed everything. It lasted 6 years, killed over 70 million people, and left the world permanently scarred. This isn't just a war story, it's the story of how humanity spiraled into destruction and somehow emerged from it. This is the full story of World War II. In 1918, the guns fell silent after World War I, but peace never truly came. The Treaty of Versailles blamed Germany for everything. It lost land, its army, and its dignity. Worse, it owed billions in reparations. The German economy collapsed. Bread cost millions, children starved, hope vanished. In that darkness, Adolf Hitler emerged. He promised strength, revival, revenge, and he found someone to blame: the Jews. At the same time, Italy embraced fascism under Mussolini. And Japan, hungry for empire, invaded Manchuria in 1931. By the late 1930s, alliances were forming. The world was drifting toward war, and no one seemed ready to stop it. On September 1st, 1939, Hitler's army stormed into Poland. His tanks crushed defences in days. It was blitzkrieg, fast, ruthless and terrifying. Britain and France declared war, but didn't act fast enough. Poland fell in weeks. Soon, so did Denmark, Norway, Belgium and France. In under a year, Hitler controlled almost all of Western Europe. But across the Channel, Britain refused to surrender. The Blitz bombings began, London burned, families lived in bunkers, and yet they held on. Meanwhile, Hitler looked east. And in 1941, he made a decision that would change the war forever. Operation Barbarossa. Germany invaded the Soviet Union with over 3 million soldiers, the largest land invasion in history. At first it worked. Cities fell, civilians were massacred, but the Soviets didn't give up. They burned their own land to starve the Germans. Then came the winter, troops froze, supplies ran out, the Nazi advance stalled. Then, December 7th, 1941, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. Over 2,400 Americans died. The next day, the US declared war. The war was now truly global. Japan swept across the Pacific, but at midway the tide turned. The US began fighting island by island, inching closer to Japan. Meanwhile, the Nazis opened death camps. Jews, Roma, disabled people, packed into trains sent to die. 6 million Jews were murdered. The world would only understand the full horror after the war. In 1942, the Soviets held firm at Stalingrad. They fought house by house, inch by inch. The Germans were crushed. In North Africa, British and American troops pushed out the Nazis. Italy surrendered in 1943. Then came D-Day, June 6, 1944. 160,000 Allied troops landed in Normandy. They fought through gunfire, mines and steel. By the end of summer, Paris was liberated. Germany was collapsing. In April 1945, Hitler took his own life. On May 7th, Germany surrendered. But the war wasn't over. Japan still fought on. To avoid a brutal invasion of Japan, the US tried something unthinkable. On August 6th, they dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima. The city vanished in seconds. 3 days later, Nagasaki faced the same fate. Over 200,000 people died, most of them civilians. Japan surrendered on August 15th, 1945. After 6 years, the deadliest war in history was over. The world was never the same. The United Nations was formed, Germany was split in two, and 2 new superpowers emerged, the US and the Soviet Union. But the scars ran deep. Tens of millions lost, cities in ruins, families broken, futures stolen. World War II wasn't just a war, it was a warning of what happens when hate goes unchecked and when good people stay silent. We remember it, not just to honor the past, but to protect the future. This was the full story of World War II.